Ciao, I'm Anna Harsh, professional dancer, author, and host of the Dance Floor podcast, the podcast that offers you advice, tips, and unique ways to find those life lessons that improve our lives. So grab your dance shoes and join me on the dance floor. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Anna Harsh, your host, and I'm here with an amazing guest. And I'm so happy to call him my new friend, Mike Curtis from All That, the group that clogs. You might have seen him in the South Carolina area. Mike, welcome back to the dance floor.
Hi there. Thank you for having me back. This was so fun the first time. I'm so glad that I got the invite to return. I'm excited about this.
Listen, when I came down to South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, and got a chance to see you guys dance in, it's the Opry Theater.
Yeah. The
Correct?
Carolina Opry Theater, yeah.
Oh my gosh, beautiful theater, first of all. And your show was amazing and phenomenal. I mean, I've seen you guys dance 1,000 times on television, and we've been following each other's careers for, oh my gosh, 2 decades now, right?
Yeah. Two decades. That's crazy to think about, huh?
It's a little long time. It's a long time. But, and I know I've had my company we're going on 33 seasons of touring, which is, I don't know what happened. I woke up and it was 33 years.
Wow.
But as you know, we've done this for a while. And tell the listeners just briefly what this style of dance is. Clog dancing or clogging.
Mm-hmm.
What does it sound like? What does it look like for those maybe that haven't seen it before?
Yeah, so it's 100% clogging. There's some confusion from time to time. People that see it think we're Irish step dancing or tap dancing. It is neither. We do have influences of both of those style dances and all percussive dance. We steal a few of their pieces and put it in there, and there are influences of all percussive dance in there. But from top to bottom, 100% based on clogging. Generally, when people hear clogging, they think, because of the name, generally, I guess, they think yeehaw, hillbilly music, bluegrass, that type of stuff. We've completely changed that narrative. We dance to Justin Timberlake, Bruno Mars, Ozzy Osbourne, you name it, and we dance to it. But when you generally see it on stage, the two things that really stick out is it looks similar to tap dancing. If you don't know the actual difference in the two, you would think we're tap dancing. So we actually do a number in our shows that deciphers the differences between all of the three dances, Irish, tap, and clogging, so that people do understand. But it's an immense amount of energy that you see. Anybody that
is very high energy.
Yeah,
your show is high energy.
Yeah, if you've seen the videos from AGT or any of the TV stuff that we've done, so enjoyable to see, but it's different in person. When you see it in person, it affects you. The energy affects you.
Well, it's so rhythmic. All of the rhythms in the world, I swear, live inside of your shoes.
Yeah.
Because you guys do so many different timestamps of musicality in your show. Even when you're just watching it, and sometimes you guys perform a cappella with no music.
Yeah.
Which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I was just blown away by it. I've taken classes over the years. I've stepped my toe into clogging shoes and tried myself at, a couple of basics or a double step, that kind of thing.
Sure.
But you guys just take it to a level that is insane. And I love it. I love it.
I think that's how we got to where we were. Those original 4 guys all had a mindset that we would not be limited. We wanted to push it as far as we could. We wanted the entire world, if you would, to be able to see how cool this dance we were doing was, because we knew, but hardly anybody else does. It's not that popular of a dance in general society.
Right.
And so we just wanted them to know how cool it was. So we were determined to push it as far as we could. I think we succeeded.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I know this is really based on Appalachian culture, right? We're finding this in the West Virginia, Kentucky, Virginia, even North Carolina, South Carolina regions, right?
Yeah, basically it came from Ireland. It's a dance that originated over in Ireland during that whole time frame where they had the potato famine and all that type of stuff. And then it ended up in Appalachia over here in North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, those areas. And that's still where it has a huge resignation. It sits there a lot. But it's moved out to California. There's a huge amount of cloggers out in the Utah area, Colorado. There's tons of really good high level cloggers out there. We've got members of our group from all over the country now.
Same with my company too. I have dancers that audition from all over the country now,
Yeah.
which is cool to see these kinds of niche dance genres really come
Yeah.
to life again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Mike, now we're at a stage in our careers, I guess we're thinking about legacy, right? Leaving it to
Yeah.
the next generation.
Yeah.
Is changing the music a little bit of a way to leave that legacy? Do you feel like you change things up to innovate a little bit? Is that how that's happening? Or what do you think is the legacy for you and your group?
I don't think that has as much to do with it as that was part of our original plan. We wanted to be able to please any genre of audience that we sit in front of. And we've learned over the years that any of those pieces of music can be fun.
Yeah,
And, we if we're in front of an older crowd, they may not be as familiar with Bruno Mars and Justin Timberlake as they are Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson, and Aretha Franklin. And
right.
so we've put areas in our show where we have certain pieces of choreography where we can change around to fit to any types of music. But I'm telling you, it's a funny story. One of our younger guys, he's only 21 years old, from Tennessee. His name is Gavin. Gavin's favorite artist of all time is Stevie Wonder. You
Love
put
it.
some Stevie Wonder on, and Gavin goes to a different level. You know what I'm saying? And so we just genuinely love all types of music. So I think that's where that came from. However, it is helping build that legacy. It was not on purpose, but it is helping to build that legacy. Irish dancing dances to one specific type of music. Tap dancing dances normally to modern jazz type music is what
Right.
where their comfort zone lies. We are not limited that way. We can dance to country, rap, rock. We do a new version of Putting on the Ritz and highlight Fred Astaire. And it's one of the best numbers we've ever done. It gets a really good response from the crowd each and every time. And there was a little lady in the front row of one of our shows, and as soon as I mentioned the word Putting on the Ritz, she had to be 90. Her eyes lit up. She was dancing the entire time and blah, 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 blah. And then once we finished, I got to sit and talk to her a minute, and I found out that she owned the place that we were dancing in.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Huge person sitting in our front row. We had no idea who that was right off the bat. But that number resonated with her. It talked to her, caused her to have a good time. And so I think all of those things put into play all the little aspects of the group, the way we've built it, the way we present ourselves to the public, the way we present ourselves to an audience each show is helping to build that legacy. And we've put together a group of guys that understand that. They understand what we do, how we do it, how important it is to us as well as the dance itself. And so I think if something ever happens and we have to step away, we're in pretty good hands with the guys that we've put into place.
I think that brings me to my next question for that next generation. And that's
Mhm.
what I'm doing too. How can we instill these traditions and show those traditional steps, but maybe make it relatable so that they get excited and want to carry on the traditions?
Right.
Is that what you're finding for the next generation?
I do, and we do a show out in Branson, Missouri. Last year was our first year. We'll be back this year for the month of April in Branson, Missouri, out in Silver Dollar City, and it's a heritage festival. So the music is more heritage feel. So we danced to some Luke Bryan, some Thomas Rhett, some stuff like that. But one of the numbers in particular for this show, for the first time ever, we added girls to our performance. We added ladies, so that'll be something we can chat about here in a minute. But I'll let the ladies take it away. And I found a bluegrass version of I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston.
Oh, how cool.
And it's brilliant. The piece of music itself is brilliant. And one of the girls is one of the elite level traditional dancers. I've never seen anybody that dance traditional as well as her and her sisters. So I had her choreograph the number, and it's an all female number, and it's a traditional line dance to Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Fantastic.
And it was one of
Fantastic.
the favorite numbers in the entire show. The
Oh,
audience
I
just
believe it.
ate it up, loved it, and it paid homage to that traditional style of clogging, but still kept it modern.
I was going to say, when I was little, I remember like the frilly little dresses and
Yeah,
putting
yeah,
the white clogging shoes,
yeah,
and learning from not only male dancers, but also female
sure.
dancers.
And that's a huge part of our dance. It really is, but it's not that popular of a part of it these
Right.
days.
I get it.
The big time story of how clogging came to be and all that type of stuff, it is very important to the heritage itself of the
Sure.
dance. But for an audience member to sit and listen to it, it's not that interesting.
It
They
might,
just
yeah, it
want to
might
see
not
the
be.
hard, cool stuff that you do today is
Right.
what they want to do. So you have to find a way to be able to pay homage to it and keep your audience's attention the
I was
entire
just going to
time.
say, it's a fine line, isn't
It
it, to
is. It
do those
is.
traditional steps, but how can we be innovative enough to make it more relatable to today's audience and
Correct.
interesting to the next generation? Okay, so let's go back. Talk a little bit about the females coming into the group and invading your space.
Yeah, so they ended up being a remarkable addition. This show that we did out in Branson allowed me to use up to 14 people if I want. So we put 12 people into play, but I only have so many guys, and we keep four all the time here at the Carolina Opry. That's our home base. So we keep those four there. So they allowed me to use females, and it's the first time ever. So I was a little skeptic just to how they would react to us more than us
Right?
react to them, you
Yeah,
know.
that chemistry is important.
Yeah, but one of the big things that I looked into is I've got the greatest elite male dancers in the world on stage with me. I had to be very adamant that I could get females that could not only keep up, but potentially push those guys to a different
Right.
level.
Yeah,
Is
because they're
what I
going to have a
was
different
looking at.
style.
And the way we put a show on has to be carried through. I needed females that could carry that just as well as the guys. And so when we got to Branson, I put the cast together. It worked perfectly. It just clicked
Magic.
right off the bat. It was like magic. I had the perfect five females to
Wow.
start the show. I had the perfect seven guys to do it. And that first week was just brilliant. The first couple weeks that we were there, we all had such a good time. It was like the girls had been dancing with us for years already. It didn't seem new at all. They knew exactly how to handle the footwork, the pressure that comes with being on stage, and how, especially the audience, to us, the audience is the main thing. And
Yeah, they're going to react in a different way, and the audience is going to relate to them in a different capacity.
they are. They
Now, I
are.
know you had two special females with you on stage recently,
I did.
your young daughters, right?
Yeah, I did. They're doing the Christmas show here at the Carolina Opry with me, and that is a moment. That is a moment. My
That's a
girls are,
big dad moment.
oh
And,
man,
just seeing that next generation, it must be so magical for you and so honored for you to see that you've taught them your skills and they're changing it a little bit, giving it their own spin, and then
sure.
spitting it back out and giving you sass on stage right back.
Oh yeah, giving it to us. One is my young one is 8.
Oh my
My
gosh.
eldest is 15 years old, and this is her fourth year in the show. So she's kind of a pro at it now.
Sure.
But they've both been dancing since they were born. They've seen us on stage in this show at the Carolina Opry their entire lives. So there's nothing about being on stage and being in front of an audience that scares them. It's just life to them. They're used to it. And
Yeah.
when they go out, when the lights come on and the audience appears, it just clicks and they just perform. And so it's a moment though. It's really difficult to control my emotions from night to night with that because I have both my babies up there dancing my dance with me.
But
It's
that's
tough.
what it's about.
It is
That's what it's about
100%.
is sharing these traditions with the next generation,
Yep.
especially if it's family, that just makes
Yeah.
it even more special.
Yeah.
And seeing their skills come to life, they are shining just right beside you. I saw the video and I was like, oh, that's a moment.
My oldest, Mia, like I said, she's 15 now, where we added girls to the group. And let me clarify, we didn't add girls to the group, all that. We created an entire new section of the group called the All That Collective.
Oh,
You
perfect.
still
Okay.
have all that, which is the guys, and
Right.
they'll still go do the all guys stuff that we've always done. But when they want to add females to the fold, we have the All That Collective, and I added 15 girls to that,
Wow.
and I searched and did auditions and stuff to make sure we had the top girls anywhere in the country. Well, Mia wants to be a part of the All That Collective, but she said, "But I don't want to be in it just because I'm your daughter, Daddy. I want to earn it," she said.
And there it is. Right. And there it is. She
That's
wants to
right.
earn it. And I think
And
that's what we all do as dancers, especially like, if you are in that situation, you're related to somebody in a group or a company, you want to earn your spot. You want to earn your
100%.
spotlight.
Yeah.
And kudos to her. And
Yeah.
I see that on stage. Like I saw the videos and stuff. She is moving on up. So
Yeah.
look out, world. Here she
She is.
comes.
She is ready to go. One of the other females in the All That Collective has given me some tips to give her, because I've always worked with guys my entire career. And so she was noticing a couple of things that Mia was doing that she could improve on, stuff that I missed. And so she
Oh,
passed it along to me and I passed it along to Mia, and it's making a difference to her. So having those females in the All That Collective are coming into play in a better way than I ever expected. So
I was just going to say, we all look up to certain teachers and choreographers in the
mhm.
group. And when you have that older generation that can give you that advice,
Sure.
gosh, soak it up like a sponge and take it, because
Yeah.
they really have been in your shoes in more ways than one,
Yeah.
And what would you say to that next generation? Taking that piece of advice, maybe something that we can share with the next generation that is struggling or wants to do something niche like what we do, folk
Yeah.
dance or clogging or something different in dance, but maybe
Yeah.
is afraid.
There's a few things. One, I would tell them to never forget about the audience. The audience is the most important thing in any performance you're ever going to do. Those are the people that are paying $50 and $60 for the tickets to see exactly what your show consists of. The second thing is I would tell them to be very respectful of the product that was built in front of them. In this case, we're talking about the All That Collective. We've built it a certain way that has succeeded extremely over the years.
Right,
And
right.
so there's no need to change it. If you take over, hey, well, I can make it better. Sometimes we let our big mindsets get in our way and we trip over that. And I would encourage them not to do that. Somebody's already done the work in that aspect for you. You just need to take it over and keep it going. So don't
Yeah,
press so much about that when you've got a successful product already. The third and most important thing I would tell them is don't forget to have fun. This is a ride that we're on right now that is 25 years in, and I still have as much fun now as I did in day one. And the very
same.
first America's Got Talent that we were on, we were so consumed with the competition portion of it that we kind of forgot to take it all in and have a little bit of fun. And so, no matter where we are, whether we're in Branson, whether we're in Myrtle Beach, whether we're in Texas, Florida, no matter where it be, don't get so overwhelmed with the politics of the performance, the contracts, and all that type of stuff to the point to where you forget to have a little bit of fun, because that is the most important. And when the audience sees you having fun, they're going to have just as much fun with you. So,
I was going to say the audience knows
yeah,
and
yeah.
they'll call you out on it,
And even the females, the guys and the girls both, these are the most elite level cloggers the world has ever seen. They don't necessarily have to worry much about their skill. Put on a show for them. That's the big thing. We do not compete. We don't follow those same rules that competition clogging teams do. We put on
Right.
shows. We want to entertain a live audience, and that's the most important thing. So those are the three things that I would tell them to concentrate on.
That's perfect, Mike. And there's so many dancers that I get that are like, well, Anna, maybe if you did this, I'm like, we've been doing this for 33 years. Like,
Yeah,
let's not mess with the
correct.
vehicle that already knows how to run,
I
right?
had one of those situations happen this year. We had to let a guy go, and I was trying to keep him from getting his feelings hurt. But the cruises that we do in Branson, both the boss dogs and all of those, did not like the way he operated on stage because he was trying to change things and the way he spoke to the audience. They didn't like it, so both told me not to bring him back. And I didn't
Wow.
want to tell him that. I didn't want to hurt his feelings. I was trying to be, good, but he let his attitude get out of control and thought that he could make everything better and blah, 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 blah. And sometimes that's just not it. Sometimes
No,
it's okay just to do what is placed in front of you. And if he'd have done that, he'd have had the same amount of fun that all of us would have. But that was one of the harder things I've done, is have to turn that guy away like that, because I
oh,
really did
that's so
like that
hard.
guy and I really respected him and this and that. But he got to a point where he was lost creatively, not to where he couldn't create, but he couldn't understand the situation he was in, what was going on, and how to handle it. And
Gosh, and that's really hard for us as leaders to
yeah, it
let
is.
somebody so technically proficient go.
Yeah, yeah,
But, it's gratitude over attitude. Like,
yeah.
if you're going to show up with the attitude, you're not going to be in the group.
Well, one thing I've learned over the years, and this is it. I mean, the easier you are to work with, the more they want to work with you. It doesn't matter if
Yep.
you're the best dancer or the best show on earth. If you're
Right.
difficult to work with, they don't want to fool with you. If you can put all that stuff together and be fantastic as well as easy to work with, those are the ideal acts that everybody wants to hire. And I guess that's hard for some to understand, though.
It's hard, but you know what? We're going to keep saying it, Mike, so that the next generation gets it. And
100%.
so if you're out there, dancers, listen to us. We've been
Yeah.
around for a little while.
Yeah.
We know what to do and how to pull ourselves together before,
Yeah.
during the show, and after. Like you said, greeting the audience too.
Yeah. Here at the Carolina Opry, we do it, and we do it out in Branson as well, where you go out and you greet everybody as they walk out. They get such a kick out of being able to speak to you after seeing your show.
Yeah,
And we get such a kick out of being able to hear their comments about everything that we've just
sure.
done. It's a perfect situation for both sides. We just love that so much. And you may mess up on stage, it doesn't matter. They're not judging you out there.
Right.
You know,
Right.
we're all humans and we're going to make a mistake from time to
Sure.
time and this and that. You just go with it and roll.
It's so cool to meet your fans, though, and the people that are cheering you on in the audience. We do the same thing. We go from festival to festival, no matter what city or state we're
Mhm.
in. And you get to meet people across the United States that
You do.
love dance, that love what you did and love what you stood for and
Sure.
love tradition, especially like our genres. They're
Yeah,
traditional, but we're giving it a twist, right? We're
that's
giving it a
it.
twist.
That's it. And they tell you what they loved about your show. And if it's, man, you had this guy, Caden, that was in your show, and I love the way he did this and he did that, and I love the way he performed. Like, I'm so proud that Caden is a part of my show and that Caden is getting that compliment right then, that it's
Right.
like me getting it. I don't
Oh,
need that
absolutely.
compliment for me. They
Yeah.
complimented something about our show and one of the dancers that I already know how good Caden is and all these guys. And so it was nice. It's nice hearing those things. And I think I actually even got to speak with an angel this year
Oh,
out in Branson. Some guy come to me, and I swear to this day, I think he was an angel. I don't think.
oh.
Yeah, it was wild.
I tell you what, Mike, like I feel that because I created a little Venetian masked a little modern jazz piece for the tour this year.
Yeah.
And I stepped out of it for one of the shows. And I let one of my alumni step in for my place so I could actually watch it and see what the
Right.
audience would react to. And
Yeah.
the audience told me right after the show, that was one of my favorite pieces this year.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, well, okay, that resonated with you. And it's nice to hear those compliments.
Yeah.
And when you see, an audience member, like you said, oh, I loved so and so on stage, or
Sure.
I really like how they did this, it does. It reflects on you as the leader because you're
Sure.
encouraging them, you're helping them get through. And it's a compliment to everyone.
That's
That's
right. That's right.
a
And
really great
going
point.
back to your point about wanting to change things and this and that, I've spent 25 years figuring it all out, being
Amen.
told no, getting terrible reactions when we did certain songs or certain numbers, certain ways, and all that type of stuff. I'm trying to keep them from having to do all that. I've already learned
Exactly.
all those things. You don't need to do that. You don't need to take that bit of negativity on. I've
No,
already done it and learned
you've already
from
done
it.
it.
So
Yeah.
we've already fixed it. Let's move forward with what we've got here. And the fun is even at a higher level when you do that.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. When I first started my group, are you kidding me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard all the no's,
Oh, sure.
made all the mistakes, all the
Oh,
wrong
yeah.
outfits, and all the wrong things to say on stage.
100%.
So
100%. So yeah, we've
we,
learned all that. There's no need for you to have to go through it on your own.
yeah, we are trying to get them to start at a different level than we started out.
Sure.
I mean,
Sure.
I wish somebody told me,
Yeah.
all those
Yeah.
years ago,
I didn't
Mike.
have anybody.
That's right.
I would have been very gracious if I'd have had that.
Absolutely. I would have been like, please and thank you. And how can I talk to you again?
Sure. Sure.
Mike, you're amazing. And tell the listeners how we can see your show and keep in touch with you and follow your journey.
Perfect. You can follow us on all the social media. We've got a Facebook page, Instagram, and TikTok at All That Clogging. On all three of those is going to be our handles. We post stuff all the time. I think we're even going to step that up posting this year. Live in person, we're at the Carolina Opry Theater in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 6 days a week throughout the entire year. There's no shows in January, but starting back, I think the show starts back February 3rd this year. We're at the Carolina Opry in Myrtle Beach every day. We're right in the middle of the Christmas season right now. If you're anywhere near Myrtle Beach, come and see us. It is an absolute blast. And then the All That Collective will be in Branson, Missouri at Silver Dollar City, April 2nd through May 4th this
Wow.
year. Shows on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. 3 shows per day in the Opera House in the back of the park. You cannot miss it. High energy. The guys and the girls kicking it up. It's a great time. Please come see us.
Mike Curtis, you're amazing. I can't wait to see your
Thank
show
you.
again.
Yes, ma'am.
And I wish you all the best on your tour. We will both be traveling this
We
this
will.
season, and I wish you the best. I know what it's like to be out there on the road and doing those shows in and out. So
Keep up the energy, keep up the inspiration, and I appreciate all of your energy and your advice today for our listeners. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me. I sure appreciate you. I appreciate all of them. Happy holidays to everybody.
Thank you so much, Mike. And please come back and share more later on. I would love it if you came back.
Certainly will. Just let me know.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm Anna Harsh. And until next time, keep inspiring and dancing to your own beat on the dance floor.